Hey, Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and we got some NFL to talk about today. Got a number of games. In fact, we have three new games, and every one of them, I'm not going to say surprisingly, but they were all totals plays in terms of line adjustments, and so we will cover all of those. Plus, we'll go back and look at the games from Wednesday that we talked about, have updates as to what's happened on the line moves, and of course, the free picks. We will have those for you also as well. So we'll get to all that here in a second because I want to tell you first, becoming a Vegas Pro Insiders Daily member is a very wise choice for just $39.99 a month. You're going to get all of my plays. I'm on a nice little 9-4 run in college football and 7-2 overall in football in general, which included 3-0 last week. And if you watched this video last week, you know I did really well here. So things are starting to turn around a little bit here. So we're getting in a little bit of a groove here with more information. So you can get all that. Plus you're going to get all the Wise Guys plays. You're going to get my in-season systems, which are developing further as we go along here into the season, plus all kinds of great trends and things all designed to help you win. Kind of like a toolbox, really is how I'm looking at it. A sports betting toolbox. It's got everything in there. You can just thumb through and see what you like and make your own decisions based on that, because it's not just about my picks in terms of how this all works out. $39.99 a month, VegasProInsidersDaily.com. It's right on the homepage on the right-hand side. You can sign up there. Hey, let's get to some of this football talk in terms of the NFL, because I, like you, want to start watching some college football, which has just started. So we'll want to get going on some of that. So we'll go with the three games first to talk about, and we'll go backwards like we always do on these videos. To look at the other games. First up, we have Jacksonville and Pittsburgh, and that total has gone from 43.5 to 44.5, to 43. And in this case, we have two offenses which are okay. They're doing all right. Nothing spectacular. But Jacksonville is seventh in points allowed, and Pittsburgh is second in points allowed so far this season. Now, both teams, their setup, right, at least to this point in the season, has been more geared towards the running game, which means the clock is moving, which shortens the game. So yeah, so I'm inclined to believe that the under is the correct play for this particular game. I agree with the line movement on that one. Next up, we have San Francisco against Indianapolis in a real dog game here. Dog not as in anything to do with betting, as in just lousy from that standpoint. We have two below average quarterbacks, defenses that don't do a heck of a lot. They're okay, especially more so San Francisco than Indianapolis. You know, just not a good game. The total on this one's gone from 43 to 45.5. I don't see much reason to play this total personally. If I have to give a way to look at it, normally I would pass on this game myself personally. But when looking at this, San Francisco's defense has not been bad. They only had the one, let's just say, off game, which was against the Rams. Otherwise, they've done a pretty good job. And offensively, I don't think the 49ers are good enough to really take advantage of how weak the Indianapolis defense is. So I'll just have a slight lean with the under, and 79% of the bets so far have been on the over in that game. Our last other fresh game is going to be the Sunday night game, Kansas City and Houston, undefeated Kansas City, by the way. And in this AFC affair, the total has gone from 47 down to 45.5. I guess football bettors are convinced both of these defenses will come up and make plays to either stop drives or to not give up many touchdowns and more likely field goal attempts. So with that being the case, I'm inclined to believe it, and I'll give you this one to think about too, is that when Houston is in a situation where the line is, or the total is 42.5 to 49, and they have gone over the total in their last two games by 14 or more points. The teams in this situation are 31-6 under after the first month of the season. So there you have it. I think the under is going to be the right play on the Sunday night game with Al and Chris. All right, next, now let's go back to some of the games we talked about the other day on this one. And we'll start with the Chargers and the Giants. And what we talked about on Wednesday was the total had gone up about a point to 44.5. It is unchanged on this one. And which is fine by me. I like the under when this game came out. To begin with, I don't think either offense is good enough to really take advantage of the defenses. Defenses have not been good, but they certainly haven't been awful. I'd like the under on that one. Next one, we have another bad football game. The New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Jets went from a underdog to a favorite. Now the game has come back to a pick. That does not surprise me at all that this occurred. I just think that there's been some money. 74% of the money is still on the Jets. They've been fairly heavily bet, but odds makers not that impressed. I think some of the let's just say some of the smarter money is on Cleveland. And you know what? I think the Browns are going to get their first victory of the season, so I'm going to call for the Brownies to come out hot out of the oven and get a victory themselves. All right? So put me down for the Browns on that one. Let's see here. Let's go Seattle and the Rams. Now, the total on that one jumped up 1.5 points from 46 to 47.5, and it has remained there. Not any movement whatsoever. Last night, I was talking to a sharp bettor. I talk to him regularly. We converse back and forth, exchanging ideas and the like. And he made a very convincing argument that this total is actually going the wrong direction and it should be an under. And you know what? He halfway convinced me, not entirely. He halfway convinced me. I actually thought this was a solid overplay, but I'm just going to make it a lean at this point. I'm still going to lean with the over, and I believe me. And if I'm wrong, I will know we're the source. That's somebody who was smarter than me that came up with the right information. But I'm going to stick with the over on that play. Baltimore is at Oakland, and as I mentioned the other day, that went from a pick all the way up to -2.5, and now -3, pretty much across the board. I think it's 85% of the books I checked are on that. I don't like this game. I don't like either quarterback, Joe Flacco or EJ Manuel. I will take Oakland. I will side. I shouldn't say that. I'll even take. I will side with Oakland only because they are at home and they don't even have much of a home field advantage. But I can't make a case for Baltimore either. So just a lean for me on Oakland. Now, the biggest game, the America's game, which is going to be on Fox, Green Bay and Dallas. And that total it slipped down to 52.5 from 53.5. And right now, some of the Vegas books, not all, but just a few of them, some of the Vegas books are down to 52. Some of the offshore books are up to 53, but largely it's still 52.5. I could care less. I think this was a bad move right from the start. I am all over the over in the Packers in Green Bay. As I mentioned, 10-1 over when these teams play down in Big D. Two very good offenses, two okay defenses. Nope, I like the over on that one. So, hey, that's everything I have for you for today. All the NFL picks. Look tomorrow. Go to the website at Vegas Pro Insider Daily. I'll have those with the public. Their top plays. They've not as good as doing as well as in college. 6-6 on the sides and 8-4 on the totals. But 8-4 on the totals is certainly worth taking a look at. I'll have that posted up on Sunday for you to take a look at. So, hey, I'm off to go watch some college football, as I'm sure some of you will be as well. Have a wonderful day. Hope it's extremely profitable because right now I am out.